Hello once again, this is Julian Thomas reporting from Portugal as the 2009 Handspree FIM Superbike World Championship heads towards its final round at the Autódromo Internacional do Algarve circuit at Portimao on the southern coast. Well, it's all to play for in Portugal as Noriyuki Haga and Ben Spies continue their titanic struggle right down to the wire. They've been going at it since the opening round in Phillip Island, when the Texan and the Japanese rider split the wins. And it's been continuing throughout the year, with Ben notching up the wins, but Haga holding on to the championship lead, which at one point was 88 points. Spies then caught Haga up at the Nürburgring, only to lose out again at Magny-Cours. So as the Portimao weekend gets underway, there are just 10 points between them, with the advantage lying with Haga. And there was sure to be a number of other battles throughout the field as riders tried to consolidate their championship positions, or even try and convince other teams of what they were capable of as they looked for a ride for next year. Jonathan Rea was one of the former, and the World Superbike winner wanted another good result on the circuit where he made his debut last year. Michel Fabrizio was there to help his teammate Haga. Max Biaggi wanted another good result for Aprilia, and Shane Byrne, whose World Superbike career started off so well in testing here 12 months ago, is currently out of a ride for next year, so was aiming to impress. It was sure to be an exciting weekend in Portugal. Ducati versus Yamaha, Haga versus Spies. So let's head down to Portimao for the final round in the Superbike, and let's not forget the Supersport World Championship. Well, as we said before, it's Ducati versus Yamaha, the two bikes that have dominated this season's championship. We sent our man Steve Martin, who knows a thing or two about bikes, having won endurance this year, to weigh up the merits and the defects of the 1098R and the YZF R1. Over to you, Steve.
Well, it's the calm before the storm here tonight at Portimao, the last round of the World Superbike Championship. It's come down to two guys and two machines. The Yamaha, which you can see behind me, and the Ducati over here to my left. I can't tell you which rider's going to win the championship or even which bike's going to win the championship tomorrow. But what I can tell you is a little bit of the differences between the Yamaha and the Ducati over to my left. The Yamaha, new this year, big bang engine, a lot of top end power, and of course, Ben Spies behind the handlebars. Let's have a look at Noriyuki Haga's weapon of choice. I can't tell you who's going to win this year, but I can tell you that this man over here, Noriyuki Haga, who is leading the championship, is on a completely different machine. He's on the 2009 1098R Ducati. V-twin, a lot of bottom end torque, not quite as much top end power as the Yamaha. So, I won't tell you which rider's going to win the races here at Portimao, but I will tell you it's going to be one hell of a battle.
Portimao is the most modern track on the International Motorsports calendar, and it was inaugurated with last year's World Superbike event in November. It's 4.592 kilometres in length, but has a number of elevation changes that usually help to produce some spectacular racing. Facilities are top class, and of course the weather at this time of the year in Portugal is usually great as well, which always helps. The final Superpole session of 2009 went the same way as 10 others this season, as Ben Spies made it 11 out of 14 for Yamaha, an outright record for the series at the Algarve circuit. The Texan's lap time of 1 minute 42.412 was almost 1 second under last year's best lap set by Troy Bayliss. Haga was in all sorts of trouble, down with flu and struggling with the rear tyre, and will start from row 3 of the grid with the 10th quickest time after not making the cut in Superpole 2. Privateer Shane Byrne and Haga's teammate Fabrizio were in 2nd and 3rd place respectively, while the front row was completed by Jonathan Rea. So with all eyes on Spies in pole and Haga on row 3, we join up with Jonathan Green and Steve Martin for the race commentary.
Go racing!
Oh, Speed's got a great start there. Johnny Ray not so good on the outside. Keep an eye on Haga. Haga is at least 5 or 6 bikes back.
But he's picked up a few already and he dives in about 8th, I think. But it's Spies who leads, and this is the plan for Ben Spies. Get away. Doesn't need to fight with anybody. Haga's drifting through a few more places.
As they head down into braking into the really tight second-hand corner, but Spies, fantastic. Shaky Byrne there in 3rd position. Good start by him.
Shane Byrne started 3rd, Ray's right there in 4th, Haslam still 5th, Nieto. Haga is 7th already. Good start from Noriyuki Haga. Cross the line they come, past our commentary position, and Ben Spies is off and running. Already almost a second ahead of Max Biaggi and Shane Byrne. Haga still fighting with Nieto into the first turn, but now goes up the inside and past. Haga's up to 6, much better. He's fighting Flew and fighting the whole series. What's Nieto doing? Well, he doesn't know that Haga's there, and he's just fighting for his position, but Haga knows that.
Spies, Biaggi, Ray, Byrne, Haslam, Haga in 6th, Nieto 7th, Fabrizio 8th, Corsa in 9th. Good ride by him.
Spies crosses the line now, but Biaggi is catching him and catching him fast. The gap now 0.3 of a second. Ben Spies almost out of control, under braking into the first corner. Here comes Haga, splitting past and going past Haslam into the next place up. Haslam goes wide.
He runs off.
So Fabrizio's gone through as well. The two Ducatis making points. And if anything, Spies is under big pressure now. And this is critical. Beautiful sunshine of the Algarve for the finale. And it's playing to form. And down goes Haga! And that's it, pretty much.
Oh.
Unless Spies has a big problem, Haga has pretty much thrown away the title right in front of our eyes. Here it is.
Into the hairpin, tips it in, boom, just folds the front. And this is what this place is notorious for. Absolutely notorious for this. And that is not going to make Davide Taldozzi very happy at all.
But Biaggi wants to win the race.
Oh, another rider runs wide. Who is that?
It looks like...
Bayako?
Yes, it is Bayako, teammate, of course. Team Spies watches on as another lap is completed, but the gap is down again to 0.3. 144.2, 144.0 from Biaggi. He's caught him up again, and the battle is on. 10 laps to go. Or 12 laps.
Biaggi
10 laps done.
Biaggi could have a lunge at Spies here. Look at that. He's right on the back wheel of him now. And the dangerous thing for Ben Spies right now is the easiest place to overtake at this circuit is up the inside, hard on the brakes. Just how we saw Haga crash. What that means is for Biaggi to have a go, he's going to have a bit of a lunge, and he could lose the front end and take Spies out with him.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, it could happen because that is the easiest way to pass in this circuit. And I don't think Max Biaggi is going to care too much about, Biaggi goes wide.
He lost a lot of ground there, but that's how hard he's trying. Down the hill they come, down towards the Craig Jones corner. Very wide indeed, Spies there, but absolutely on it. Another bike goes down. This time it's Leon Haslam. Haslam out of 6th place, and that moves Camia into a top 6.
Yeah, we didn't see what happened there, but that looks like it possibly could have been a high side.
Where we're used to seeing Ben Spies just lay down some very quick laps and just put it to bed.
Yes, but he needs to be, particularly today on this circuit, a little bit more careful than he has in the past, because this...
It's not in his DNA.
I know it's not in his DNA, but this circuit can catch people out. I mean, look at Haga. Haga crashed with 9 non-finishes. It's not normal.
Oh, and wide goes Biaggi. Through goes Ray. Ray now challenges the champion to be, possibly. Here we go then, onto the last corner and onto the main straight. Spies flashes by, no problems. Final lap for Ben Spies. He has a 2.3 second lead. It's been another immaculate performance as he's done all season long. He's wiped the floor with the opponents this year. This just his rookie year at 25 years of age. He looks over his shoulder to see the competition, but they're nowhere. Ray, Biaggi and Byrne are in their own battle. Spies is in his own world. Breaks
down into that hairpin corner for the last time.
John Ulrich, one of his former employers, said the only way to solve a problem like Ben Spies is to give him a job, and that's what that man, Massimo Meregali, has done. And he is enjoying every moment of the experience. So then, let's just sum it up. Haga fell off, having had that 10-point lead, and he's gifted this man a 15-point lead, but he's done his business by doing what he set out to do, which is win both races. Part one of the double saga has begun. A few more corners, and he'll take a 15-point lead. Ray, Biaggi and Byrne can't challenge him unless he makes a huge mistake now. Like I said, though, hasn't done it all season, he's not going to start now. Steril Glada can be well pleased to have been sponsors this year. What a time to get some limelight. The crowd on their feet, the foghorns go off. It's the last turn of race one, Portimao. This is the race Ben's been waiting for all season long, and it's all systems go with the machine. Ben Spies takes victory.
I mean, it was actually a really tough race, even though, you know, Norrie made a mistake and fell. And, you know, at first it was just I have to win. You know, that's all there was to it. And so we went to the front and wasn't worrying about anything. And then as soon as I saw Haga was out, it's like you got to win to get as many points for race two as you can. But when you only have a 0.7 gap, you don't want to be stupid and throw it all the way. But it was actually pretty tough in that respect. So I just had to keep consistent, but not push too hard and not get passed for second and lose another 5 points. So tough race, but we were able to do it. And now, depending on how Norrie comes through the field and how fast his race pace is, depends on what we have to do. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be, more nerves in the second race than the first one, but, we're in a better position and a little more pressure's off, so it should be good, but it's not over yet.
Well, what a turn-up for the book there as Haga threw things away with that crash in race one, and Spies took the win. The advantage, and it's now a full 15 points, lies with Spies, as something really incredible has to happen in race two to deny him the title. And another good result for Jonathan Rea for the Honda team, who finished second, as well as for Max Biaggi, who was still feeling pretty sore after his yesterday's crash. So with Spies needing a 6th place in race 2, that's if Haga wins, we join the Green Martin commentary team for all the action once again.
Out go the lights, away they go. Brilliant start from Shane Byrne. He needs one too. Ben Spies didn't get away too well. Looks like Haga's got away round the outside very well indeed, just behind Haslam. And it is Shane Byrne who clicks it into the lead, but here comes Spies early on. He doesn't want to mess with Byrne.
Shaky, what a great first lap by him.
Yeah, well, Spies has never ridden hard against Shane Byrne, and we've all seen it. So look out, Ben. You're going to have some competition now. If you want this title, we're going to make you do it the hard way. Oh, wide goes Byrne. But
he might be able to just cut back through and hold that. Haslam's up there again too.
Oh, this is tense moments. And you heard from Ben Spies in the interview that he said it's going to be nervous times, but he wants to go out on a high. He holds a 15-point lead at the moment.
Kageyama got a great start in 7th position too. You can just see him coming down the hill there.
And but it. Haga is sick. And Ducati fans.
Ray just up the inside of Max Biaggi.
What a way to finish in the Algarve sunshine. A great day. The crowd in front of me right on their feet as they come across the line again. Shane Byrne leads them.
Look at the Aprilia of Max Biaggi. Just blast past.
And it does. Into third it goes.
Out of trouble? I don't know. Not with Johnny Ray on your tail. Let's see.
Not on your tail anymore. He's side by side. Jonathan Rea on the 65 Honda coming alongside Ben Spies, number 19. Here comes Biaggi as well.
Spies brake later than...
he outbraked a lot of them.
Yeah.
Good effort.
He did brake a lot later than everyone then.
Wow, he is fighting for his title for sure right now. Ooh, look over the shoulder and Ben says, all right, you want to come through? Come on by, son. And this is, I think, just how Ben's going to play this. It's like, okay.
Yeah, he can't.
I'm not going to. Yeah, I don't want to get into a fight with a 22-year-old who wants to win. That's not what I need right now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's Haga in the background too.
Yeah,
he's going to want to find a way fast. It's going to be interesting to see how Ben plays this.
Well, the truth of the matter is, there goes Haga, and the truth of the matter is, 15 points is the gap. He's got plenty to play with.
Yeah.
As it stands at the moment, Spies would win 4-7-1 to Hager's 4-4-6.
Biaggi wide again. Hager up the inside now.
Extremely close indeed in this opening stages.
Now, it looks to me like he's holding those guys up. And Biaggi goes past. It looks to me like he's having some sort of similar problem.
Hager is next. And Fabrizio, they'll both go by.
Yeah.
Oh, going wide now. Losing it out, Biaggi. That's helped Spies. Max. Meanwhile, Spies still holding on to third, but look who's behind him. Nitro.
If Hager wins this race and Spies drops back behind those guys, Hager will be the champion.
Johnny,
Ben,
well,
it can happen.
Yeah, of course it can happen. Hager swing shot. Well, why not? But he doesn't go ahead, so...
Whoa, Fabrizio goes in deep there.
All the plans of mice and men there, not coming into order. Doesn't work that way.
I'm not so sure what Fabrizio's plan is here.
Does he have one?
Well...
His baptism of fire into World Superbikes. Since then, he's been the man in the dominance. But here comes Biaggi once again. Gets in the slipstream of Ben Spies.
Spies is really struggling in this race. For me, it's exactly like what happened in race 2 at Magny-Cours.
Through goes Biaggi.
Hager up the inside.
Hager up the inside. This is the battle we wanted. And Hager's going to take it to his buddy and his arch rival in the final moments. And you know one thing's for sure with Hager. He may not be able to win the title from here, but he's sure going to make Ben push hard.
He can win the title from here, Jonathan.
But not by overtaking Ben, he can't.
He can. He's got to overtake Ben. Then if he wins the race, it's going to be pretty close.
Then, yeah. Easy said.
But Ben is struggling.
Yes, he is. No question about it. Haslam's just behind him.
Spies' last lap was a 44.9 compared to... That's 1 second a lap slower than Byrne, 1 second a lap slower than Ray.
He's gone wide, or wider than he would want. Hager still hasn't got past yet, though. How intense is this battle? Hager still struggling to turn the machine. He's been struggling all weekend long. Down the straight they come. It's not close enough for a slipstream this time.
Well, the problem is the Yamaha is really fast now. Really fast. They've done a lot of work to that bike and really paying off. But these two guys out front aren't going to make it easy for Hager. But if Hager can get in front of these guys, right there is 10 points.
And Fabrizio is tearing chunks out of the leaders. Look. Hager goes through on Spies. Hager and Spies circulating at almost identical pace here at the moment in 5th and 6th. Kamiya up to 7th. Schmertz now 8th. Corsa 9th. Kagiyama in the top 10 in his final. Swan song for World Superbikes.
And Guintoli in 11th too, so, not a bad
Here comes Fabrizio. See you, Shane.
Yeah.
Nice move from the Bologna Bullet into 2nd place and now in pursuit of Jonathan Ray. Ooh, great race indeed, and in fact Biaggi and Byrne are with them now as these two continue to fight. It's a 4-way fight for the final race. What a race it is.
Hager 44.1, his personal best lap last time round. Faster than Jonathan Ray, 44.5 out front.
And 4/10 quicker than Spies.
Fabrizio through.
He is through. So Ben Spies has made a valiant effort of what obviously looks like a problematic race too for him, but he's held on. He's soaked up the pressure of the world's greatest of superbikes. He goes on after this, but he has been a true champion in every sense of the word. The young man from Longview, Texas is going to fulfill that destiny. Hager has given everything he could. His good mate and friend is going to finish 2nd to Fabrizio, who has taken the fight to the rest of the field. Ray was good, but not good enough. Fabrizio will take the win. Hager will take 2nd place.
Siamo io e Johnny il prossimo anno che ci dobbiamo dare in parecchie gare queste battaglie.
Yeah, we showed both myself and Johnny Ray that we're going to be around next year and we're going to be contenders for the race victories. E tu volevi veramente quella vittoria, ovviamente. You really went out for that victory.
Sì, la volevo. Johnny ha sbagliato qui all'ultima curva, forse gli è scappata una marcia e lì ho detto ok, andiamo.
Yeah,
perché altrimenti era difficile passarlo se non faceva quell'errore.
So there we have it. The 2009 Superbike World Champion is Ben Spies from Texas. He certainly played it safe in race 2, marking Haga all the way and not making any mistakes to take the title. And what a scrap between Michel Fabrizio and Jonathan Rea for the win, the Italian getting his 3rd of the year. And Haga finally came good with 2nd place, but it was all too late. So there we have it, Spies is champion, the first American since Colin Edwards in 2002, with 462 points. Haga finished runner-up once again, just 6 points behind. Fabrizio deservedly clinched 3rd, with Biaggi, Rea and Haslam making up the top 6. Over to the Supersport action now, and here as well there were 2 men in with a shout, Cal Crutchlow and Eugene Laverty. Laverty had 19 points to make up on Crutchlow, which was a bit more difficult, but he started off the weekend in the right way with pole position for the race. Jonathan Green and Steve Martin provide the commentary for the Supersport Decider.
Out go the lights and a great start by the Irishman. And the Honda leads the way early on. But Sofoglu's got away too, and it's Sofoglu who tries to get into 2nd place. Does he? Yes, just. And Crutchlow's knocked down to 3rd. Laverty leads, the 2 Hondas out front, and that's very important. Sofoglu knows the role he's playing, and I hadn't mentioned it yet, but Sofoglu is out to help Laverty win.
You think so?
I definitely think so.
I don't know about that. I think Sofoglu wants to...
Honda need to win the title, never mind Laverty.
Yeah, but they're 2 different teams. I don't care about that. But this is exactly...
Lascaux goes through.
This is Eugene Laverty's style. And a bit wide there by the Yamaha man. But this is Eugene Laverty's style. He gets out front and he goes. He really does go in the first few laps and makes a bit of a gap. Crutchlow, on the other hand, he seems to take a little while to wind up. Nothing wrong with that. But he's definitely going to have his work cut out.
And wide goes Sofoglu. And Lascaux trying everything he can now. Long way to go yet, but it's all systems go for the moment. And you know what? I talked to the team last night about the tactics as no problem for Lascaux goes into 2nd.
Inside, yeah. Just holds it nice and tight. Good line by Lascaux there.
There is Cal Crutchlow, the championship leader and champion-elect if he stays where he is.
Yeah, Cal doing a really good job at the moment. He's looking a lot more stable, I would say, than I've seen him looking in other races, not pushing anywhere near his personal limit, in my opinion. Well, I wish I knew, because it might have made me a better racer. But
and there he goes. Ooh. Crutchlow shuts the door.
But no, he's definitely, you know, he had a couple of years off, but look at him just see the back end of that Triumph sliding around that.
He's got the slipstream now. Can he make a challenge? Down the front straight they come. In the slipstream, whoosh, goes past the Triumph, and Crutchlow loses a place.
Yeah, he does too. Good move. Gary's got to hold it tight now, which he does.
Fair enough. Another lap gone, and this is the final lap for Cal Crutchlow of Coventry. The Coventry kid has been superb all season long. Eugene Laverty, though, has pushed him and kept him honest all year long, and has done a superb job here in the last 2 rounds. Fingers crossed for the Parc Algarve team and the whole of the Autodromo International Algarve, because this is their bike, this is their circuit, this is their moment in the Algarve sunshine.
Yeah, Eugene's done a great job, and let's have a look at if Crutchlow... No,
he's not going to make a challenge, but he's going to be world champion, and so too a Yamaha. Fantastic result. Few more corners to go here on the final lap, and what a season of dominance it's been for Cal Crutchlow. He has really stolen a march from nowhere, really, coming into the series straight off the bat, and has been totally dominant throughout. A few slip-ups have kept it open, but he has been the deserved world champion. Absolutely, he's been the best rider by far out there all year long. Honda, by sheer consistency, haven't really had, I don't think, the bike that can contend with Yamaha, but they have kept it going. But Crutchlow, almost inevitably, is going to be world champion.
Yeah, he's really backed off now, just taking it nice and easy, make sure that machine gets to the finish line in one piece.
What an emotion it's going to be, and what an emotion it is for Eugene Laverty, who wins the race for the Parc Algarve team, and I'm sure will dedicate it to the late, great
So what a great performance there by Crutchlow as he took the title for Yamaha, their second of the day, with a controlled performance. Eugene Laverty took the win and the runner-up slot, and Kenan Sofuoglu finished third overall.
That was a perfect race for me, a bit like Kyle Amey earlier in the year, just let it from start to finish. But what a way to repay the faith that Park Algar Honda put in me to win the last race of the season at their home circuit. It's fantastic, and I'm happy to win the final race. Kenan pushed me all the way. I could see him at pitboard that he was behind me, and he had a gap also behind him, but he just didn't let up. So it was a tough race nonetheless, but I think it was a lot tougher for Kyle all the same because he had to bring it home. But congratulations to him on winning the championship.
So it was all about Yamaha at the final round of World Superbike and World Supersport, as Spies and Crutchlow took the two titles before moving on respectively to GPs and World Superbike next year. We'll be back again in a few months' time for the start of the 2010 season, so it just remains for me to thank you all for watching us. Hope you've enjoyed all the action. This has been Julian Thomas reporting from Portimao. Bye for now and see you soon.